Friend, is your car in $10,000 negative equity? It seems like the car dealership
No.
keeps denying you and denying you every time you go up there to trade in your car. If this is you, friend, I want you to keep watching this video to the very end. Just like
Yeah.
you, friend, I had a 2018 Camaro SS and
no.
the banks was not messing with it. Every time I would go to the banks would just like just throw me the worst deals ever.
Well. Nope. Listen, I understand. You guys are trying to do trade-ins now. I get it. You bought the Hellcat. I get it. You bought the Lexus. I get it. You bought the BMW. And you're now saying things are getting tough. You're saying, I don't know if I can afford this. You're saying, why did y'all let me buy this? That's what people are saying now, because I don't know if you guys have heard 1 in 3 individuals are underwater when it comes to their car.
It's crazy.
Listen, it almost feels like they overbought. They overpaid. Listen, we're going to talk about it, guys. Listen, just watch the video. Just watch the video all the way through. You guys need to see this, especially some of you who are underwater. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. We're trying to get to 200,000 subscribers. We have a lot of people who are unsubscribed to the channel. Please hit that subscribe button so we can get closer to that goal. Also, too, you know what I'm about to say? You know that I'm going to say I have a newsletter. Why aren't you signed up to my newsletter? It's free. Let me say, it's free. You can't beat free.
It's free real estate.
Also, too, guys, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I'm your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years, and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment and the description. Well, ladies and gentlemen, people are finding out. That they're finding out that when you overpay and you buy a car that you know, let me say this again, you can't afford.
What an idiot.
You're buying a $100,000 car and you're living in a $1,200 apartment. Your car note is the same amount as your rent.
Man's practicing fuzzy math again.
Back in the day, you guys bought up all the cars. Listen, during COVID, people were like, man, when they see me in this, woo! Remember when y'all did that? You said, woo, look at this, 100,000. I spent 120. Wait till they see me in this. And then you close the garage. And then everybody was stuck inside the house for a year and a half and 2. Diabolical. Nobody got to see you in it, but you were still making the payments. And then you found out nobody cares. You're going to be paying high bills and you're still using your car for DoorDash and Uber. You bought that BMW and the only thing you can do to make the payments is do Uber Black. But listen, guys, you don't have to take my word for it. Let's just take a look. Nearly 1 in 3 car buyers are underwater on trade-ins. Analysts call dollar amounts troubling. You don't say. You don't think that people being underwater on their car is troubling? I don't know, 10, 8, $20,000. Yes. I know. You guys thought it was 1 to 2. Those cars are expensive. It was almost like someone tried to forewarn you to let you know these cars aren't worth what they are. See, I did a video where I showed you the dealers were laughing at you. That's right. You went to go buy that new car during COVID and they were writing in forums saying these people are idiots. Well, did you see? This guy is paying above MSRP. He's paying above it. They were rubbing their hands together like Birdman. But let's continue. It says the average amount owed on a trade-in with negative equity reached $7,214 in the fourth quarter of 2025, an all-time high. Did you guys hear that? That's the average. That's the average. So that means there's higher. The average price of a new car is basically $50,000, which is 30.3% higher than in February 2020. What? So prices went up. Did you hear? It's 30% higher than February 2020. What happened in 2020? When the amount was $37,000, basically $38,000, based on the Kelley Blue Book. Among new car purchases involved in equity, 40.7% are now financed with 84-month loans. Remember when I did that video on Tesla trying to get you guys to sign up for a 10-year loan? They said, listen, hey guys, sign up for this loan. And the battery don't even last for 10 years. That's what you guys are doing here. You guys are signing up for these loans. The car will be a vintage by the time you get done paying it off. That's right. It's going to be a vintage car, hopefully. And I know what you're thinking. People who are underwater cars are like, well, he said it's going to be vintage. Maybe I could sell it for more than what it's worth, like those old cars. I don't think that's going to work for you. I don't think that's going to work for you because unfortunately, guys, we are seeing individuals who are falling through the cracks. Let's go ahead and watch a video so that you can truly understand what's happening.
Is the customer, first of all, when the customer purchases a new vehicle with a loan, when they drive that new vehicle off the lot, the value of that new vehicle declines dramatically in about 5 minutes, to be candid with you. As soon as they drive it off the lot, it becomes a used vehicle, and so the value is a lot less than what they paid for it. And so what happens is the vehicle continues to depreciate, and sometimes it's depreciating at a greater rate than the loan. And so the loan, then they owe more on the loan than the car's worth. So then when they go back to buy a new vehicle again, what happens is they owe more on the new vehicle than it's worth. So if they're trading that vehicle, not only do they have to give the vehicle back to the dealer, but frequently they have to then pay the dealer to take the vehicle in exchange. So it becomes sort of a snowball effect, and it gets worse and worse. And the way the dealers will try to address this is, and make the monthly payment affordable for the customers, they'll just make the loan longer and longer. So instead of a 6-year loan, they'll have a 7-year loan, 8-year loan. And to be candid, that just makes the situation even worse, because then it takes longer to pay it off. So the situation tends to continue over time. So frankly,
see, the numbers are coming out, and when you're having numbers say 30, 40, almost 50% of individuals are underwater, what does that tell you? That tells you they couldn't afford it.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
A lot of times people don't understand there's things like maintenance. See, you guys get into these expensive cars and you forget BMW is charging $2,000, $800. Not even try to fix the brakes on it. Everything's a computer. Everything is through a paywall. Oh, you want to start your car? Guess what? You're going to start paying us $50 a month for that feature. No. You wanted a luxury car. This is what a luxury car entails. No. You thought you were going to pay one time for a luxury item and never pay again? Let me tell you what. You think when BMW, you think when Mercedes, you think when Lexus makes their offers to you guys, they're thinking, woo, man, we're going to have these people pay us one time only. We're only going to milk this customer base one time, and we're going to leave them alone. No. They're going to milk you forever.
I owe you.
And that's the reason why you guys are giving back the cars. You're like, Orlando, did you just see TSA hasn't been paid? Orlando, did you just see these layoffs? Orlando, did you see we're in a war? Inflation went up 4.5%. Inflation is going up. Everything is going up. I can't afford this anymore. Let's say it together, because accountability is important. What can't you afford? What can't you afford anymore? Let's say it all together. Keeping up with the Joneses. That's what you can't keep up anymore. If you kept up with the Smiths, you would understand your budget doesn't work like that. You don't have enough money for that. What we have enough money for is a budget, saving, and make sure and make sure all of our bills are paid. No debt. But I know what you guys are saying. I can hear it in the background. Orlando, maybe this is 1 or 2. I understand what it's 1 in 3, but I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything about anyone being underwater negative equity. What are you talking about? Well, I gotcha. Because I understand you need to see receipts. So I'm going to show you. Let's go ahead and take a look.
For all you guys who have a lot of negative equity in your car, I guarantee if you watch this video, you'll feel a lot better. My first customer's Venue with 53,000 miles on is worth $11,000. It's a 2021. This is what her payoff is right now, $22,000 in change. So we're $11,000 flipped, no money down with bad credit. Now on to the next one.
Too.
Customer came in with a 2010 Hyundai Tucson with a $140 on it. Car's worth $740. She owes $9,700 to credit acceptance. Once again, no money down, 530 score. And you already know we have to save the best for last. Service customer asking what her options are. She has a 2018 Toyota Corolla, a $191 on it. Car's worth $2,550. This is her most recent payoff right here. So $20,250. So yes, she's about $18,000 upside down on her car alone, and her car has a $190 on it.
See, guys, listen, I think this is a great time for Orlando University. Let's just think about what we just saw there. I need everyone to see how these two things are correlated. When we looked at that gentleman going through all of those negative equity situations, let me explain something to you. All of these people, they want more expensive cars. Listen, I know. Listen, class. Listen, we gotta settle down. This is learning time. Yes, they do want. They want more of a car. The lady who had a $22,000 car note is saying, "Can you get me a better car? A more luxury car, a car that is more expensive, a car that is newer, and a better car payment." Make it make sense. So you're telling me individuals who have negative equity want a more expensive car at a lower price. Now, class, we have seen this before. Where do you think this is going to end? Where do you think this is going to end for the individual? That's what I'm trying to say. What do you think is the result of a person who is going to continue snowballing? And remember, these car salesmen, they don't care. They will strap you to a nuclear bomb and shoot you in the sky. Yeah, you ain't our problem no more. He signed on the dotted line. They don't care. So I know you think you have an advocate, but that advocate is really trying to sell you a car. If he can sell you a $100,000 car with negative equity, he will. But here's the thing. I need you guys to take a look at this really quickly. Look, really quickly. Individuals who have negative equity, did you notice something about the credit score? Did you notice something about the credit score? They were all bad. Now, I'm not saying there's a correlation. I'm not saying that people who have bad credit scores end up in bad situations. I'm not saying that at all, guys. What I'm saying is, if you don't want to end up in this situation, get your credit together. That's what I'm telling my students. But, the other way, listen, it is what it is.
I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but stop rolling over tons of negative equity, thousands of dollars of negative equity into these new auto loans.
Who would do such
You're going to lose every time. Every single time.
Every time.
Especially if you're going for a new SUV, because the average new car transaction cost or price is up to $50,000. So let's say, because you have to have this SUV, right? Folks have abandoned sedans and coupes and wagons and everything else. It's SUV or nothing at this point.
Let me jump in here, and I just want to say this because that is correct. And I got the permission to share this story. Someone gave me a call and said, "Orlando, I need help on my budget. I'm thinking about buying a brand new car." I said, "Okay, no problem. What you looking to do?" "Well, I'm thinking about buying an SUV." No. Okay, that's great. You got a family? You No, it's just me. And I got a boyfriend. No kids. Why do you need the SUV? I mean, it's just you. Yeah, I mean, for the future. I mean, how long do you expect to have the car? I mean, are you having a kid tomorrow or in the next 2 years? I don't know when I'm going to have it, but I just want to be prepared. I think you just want an SUV. Let's just cut through it. You want an SUV because you like the way SUVs are. But let me tell you this, you can't afford an SUV. Nor does it make sense to buy an SUV. Why would you buy a car that you can actually afford? Why would you buy a car that doesn't even fit? Are you going to soccer practice? Are you hauling around people? Are you hauling around things? No. These individuals will go to the car dealership, and these are who the salesmen want. They're like, woo, come on. We're going to sell you an $80K SUV, and you're going to love it. Well, since bankruptcies are the new thing, I guess bankruptcy will be your new friend in a couple of years. Because that's what everybody's doing nowadays. Hey, let's file bankruptcy.
Awkward. So awkward.
I'm going to say this very clearly. If you are trading in your car and you have negative equity, you can't afford it.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Let me say that again. If you have a car and you're trying to trade it in and it has negative equity, you couldn't afford the car. You better take it back home. Let it marinate some more in the garage. Let it sit for a little bit. Pay it down more and more and more. Let me tell you this. Nobody is respecting. Let me say this again. No one is respecting a person who has a bunch of cars. Because let me tell you what, it doesn't help your net worth. It ain't helping you financially. It's a tool to get you back and forth to work. We're talking about everyday people here. We're not talking about rich people.
I want to know what one of the most ridiculous things to me is, and why this country is swimming in debt and why people are so behind financially. One of the reasons why is the ability that it is legal to roll negative equity from a previous vehicle that you own into a new car deal. I don't know why this was ever legal. We have to allow people to feel what they went through so that they learn a lesson.
Yep.
If you always allow people to just roll the negative, get out of a mistake without even having to think about it, sign a dotted line here and they move on with their life, they're never going to learn a lesson. And one day the lesson has to be learned.
Oh, it will.
What do you mean a person came to a car dealership and traded in a car that they owe $16,000 on, but the dealer said it's only worth $9,000, so that's what they gave them on trade-in. And then the bank is allowing you to not only put $0 down on the new $30,000, $40,000 car that you want, they're also allowing you to roll the $7,000 of negative equity from the previous vehicle into the new vehicle loan. Why is this legal? I feel like it's only legal because if this wasn't happening, the car industry would literally topple over. That's the only reason that makes sense. The only reason that makes sense. The government allows this to happen because if they didn't, car manufacturers would go out of business. As of third quarter of 2025, it's reported that 30% of all cars traded in the United States have negative equity. Almost a third of every car being traded into a dealership to get a new car has negative equity. It's insane. Y'all gonna learn y'all lesson one day. You're gonna keep rolling, and one day you can't roll no more, and they're gonna roll over you. You're going to learn your lesson.
And see, that's the thing. That's my point, is that, yeah, it may look cool now, and you may not think anything of it. You may think like, oh, Orlando's blowing this out of proportion. It's not going to hurt me. And you're going to keep rolling. And you're going to keep rolling. And you're going to keep rolling over. And eventually, you're going to owe so much money you won't be able to roll anymore. And this is the reason why I say that people will end up saying, I need to file bankruptcy. Imagine this. Let's just think about this. You're making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. And that's how much car debt you have. You have one car and you owe $70K on it. And your salary is $70K. It's shameful, right? That's ridiculous. When you hear it, you're like, who would do such a thing? Anyway, guys, listen, you know I can talk about this all day long. Anyway, if you love content like this, please join. please join the Patreon. We do exclusive videos over there. You will love it. Also, too, you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.